So here are my predictions, if you care. So this vetting is definitely going to expose any potential defenses that we have, if we have any. I know that when we switched from the breathalyzer to the Alcotest 7110, I walked out of that training and I was convinced that this was, pretty much going to be an airtight instrument. There really wouldn't be much defense to a reading at all ever again. And that, didn't turn out to be the case. So the training I got way back when I was a municipal prosecutor was before Chun. And then, in the process of a Fry hearing, things were teased out and brought up. And then when the Supreme Court writes its opinion, it uses legal terms, and those are not always right on the mark with what scientists mean and want. And you end up getting an interpretation where there are defenses sometimes. So I expect that whole process to happen again. Although as I walk out of 9510, I'm convinced that it's a better instrument than the 7110. So all things being equal, that's more fair to people that are charged because you're getting closer to the real mark or the real result. But there will certainly be some potential defenses that come in down the road. And the imprecise language will create defenses. And that's, again, just attributable to how lawyers think versus scientists. This rounding and averaging issue, I think, are big issues. At the end of the day, it can make a difference. If you're a 1.5 and you were a 1.4 under the old, truncating and taking the lowest, that's a big difference. For somebody, 7 months of interlock on their car versus 4 months off the road could be ruinous in terms of a career or a job or school or, whatever it is that you're up to that you need your wheels for. So this rounding and averaging issue, I expect may go. And again, I don't know why it was put in there, except that Draeger says it's done other places. Jersey insisted on it here as part of the program, and it's more scientific. And that's where the scientific community tends to go, towards science. So maybe that's the case. I just don't know. It may get thrown out. The fuel cell algorithms will certainly be litigated. This reporting of the wet and dry adjust responses, where we talked about it, they're not reported, it just says completed successfully. I think there's going to be at least some initial fighting about that as well. And again, I think as with the 7110, after the special master's report, after a Supreme Court opinion, all the vetting and all the experts, the instrument will be approved for use as found as scientifically reliable, and probably with some conditions like before, which create some defenses for defendants. So kind of more of the same that we got with the 7110 that way. If you want to look at those real 9510 documents that I went over with you, those fuzzy PDFs, here is the link to Wall Township's website where you can get all that information. Feel free to take a look at it.